Uh, Destiny log or Guardian log. Final shape day one. New light player. Uh, so I've been watching all these YouTubers trying their hardest to get online as the server's been down. I get it. Everyone's excited. Uh, I waited till later that night, later in the night, jumped on, and as a new light player, I didn't pay for it, obviously. And I played the first mission. It was all right. I liked it. And then quickly learned after that um, that that was it. I learned for the first time ever since Bungie created the New Light experience. Um, Bungie decided that for the last year, new lights are excluded from the experience. This small little graph where that pops up and says, "Hey, play the game." Uh, they really mean all of this. It means everyone, as a new light player, you know you're locked out of the campaign. You get usually the first two. Basically, first one is a story. The second one is the romp around the entire um play space zone that you go around, or the destination. Yeah. Um, and then you are always locked out of the subclass that's introduced. So no campaign. You get two of the campaigns, two of the subclasses, but in every DLC that has come out, you at least had the option to run around and be enticed by the new destination. And for the first time, Bungie decided you're not invited. New lights are locked out of the new destination. On top of that, what they've done is gotten rid of all the other activities from the last season. So when you come in, it's basically Vanguard and all the other stuff. You can't really run around in the Pale Harp part. You're thinking, what? I mean, most people who are probably watching this are paid for this stuff, so it's like that's great. But the reality is this huge zone. Now, the majority of these destinations, like this is a fraction. Right here, this is a fraction of what is going on. This is a huge, huge zone. And I don't expect as a new light player to get access to all of it. That's the general thing, consensus with all of the destinations. You get the area just to mess around with, and that's it. But it's enough to entice. It's just enough to entice you into thinking about paying for the DLC. But really, in this moment, all you get is the tower. This moment right here, that's it. You get to play around in the tower, which is nothing. You get to see the old tower and reminisce. This space right here, where you're supposed to jump off and go down into the uh new destination, gone. That's it. There's no way you're gonna be able to do that. Essentially, before they used to give you the first two missions. Um, Now they only give you one, and that's it. That instantly locks you out of everything else. And it speaks to a bigger problem that I always had with Bungie. Uh, I feel like every step they've taken has been championed only by people who pay for the game, um, who are perfectly fine with being. I'm not. elitist is too strong of a word, but essentially something like that, where you can't, you're only complaining because you didn't pay for it, or you're only complaining because you don't know how to find friends. Yeah, I'm a solo player. I enjoy the ability to have automatic matchmaking, so I don't have to think about it. I don't have 5 to 10 hours of my life to dedicate to a game. There are other games out there that value my time. I just like the gunplay in this game. That's all this game really gives to me now. But here's what I think. It's too late now. The last year is in. If they're ever gonna make Destiny 3, which I feel like I doubt it, they're not gonna do it. Um, they've exhausted all their NPCs. Um, what I think, what I wish they did, and if they do, which they're not, I wish Bungie really understood how to really entice people. I wish they go to a prison and find a dealer and then ask them how it works. Because what should have really be happening, what should have been happening since the beginning, since what is it? Since the introduction of the dark classes, right? Um the shard, yeah, the stasis builds. What should have been happening is they should have given you the base. Every player, new light and paid, should have just given the base model of the class so they could play with it, right? I'm not exploring anything. So just so you know, there is a, like every other DLC, you get a chance to play around with a new subclass. Fine. And when you first get the subclass, you're locked out to a lot of stuff. There's like a whole lot of abilities that are completely locked down. So you're only set to a specific you're only set up a specific way. All your aspects, you pretty much only get 3 aspects to play with. There's a whole bunch of other aspects locked out. Fragments, you are already selected. They already preload fragments for you. Everything else is locked out. Again, you got to go to Ikora to get all those unlocked. But a good a good dealer will give you a hit, a sample, right? Something to keep you going, something to make you say, "Ooh, but I want more." A new destination is not that. Limited weapons is not that. If we go back in the way back, if we go back, pretend we go back in time when Destiny first brought out stasis, and they said, "You know what? We'll give you the base model of stasis for free. Be like everyone else, have fun, but you can't alter that character. You're stuck with what is there. You're stuck with a base build, and the only way to unlock more abilities, fragments, and aspects would be to pay the actual game, pay for the actual DLC, and you're done. You get that little free space with your two campaigns and your little um basic baby build of your new darkness class. New light comes out. Hey, you want to jump around like everyone else? Here, we'll give you the base version, just like we did in the very first, the second mission. This is the limit. This is as far as you can go. You cannot spec beyond this point. You want more? Pay up. Prismatic. You want in? Here's the spec. Here's this little thing. You had fun with it. Go hang out, play around in the new destination. But all that, the rest of the campaign, obviously, you got to pay for it. If you gave me just a hint, an ability to have fun, I probably would be paying the hundreds of dollars that every other sheep, yes, your sheep, have been doing for this entire time, for the 10 years you guys have been playing. But every single year you find a way of nickel and diming us throughout the entire course of the Destiny, whatever you call it. And you, the more Bungie, when I say you as in Bungie, the more Bungie tries its hardest to take every single dime from you, the more I realize how predatory this company is. And why would I want to support a predator? I would rather support someone who values my time, who gives me a story about me, my character, not the story about all the NPCs in the world, and puts my character on the sidelines. I swear that's another video. I'm not going to do it here. So, what is the final? The final shape is for all the addicts, not for me. It can't be for me. It was never designed for me. It's clear. It's evident. I can't play this game. And because on the beginning end, you've erased everything that could have been fun, that could have built up a story by basically shelving it. And because you've basically erased every year of seasonal activities, there's nothing for me to do now except for playing the most base game ever. There's no need to. Um, so yeah, we'll see if Bungie ever changes their mind. I would love to see how the numbers are after the next few days. I think the best they've ever had was the last month where they let everyone play for free. And we'll see what happens from here on in. Is it new light? No. It's not as bad as the wannabe cyberpunk copy clone thing. It seems like a proper ending, I think, from what I've played, which is not much. But actually, no. You know what it feels like? It's member berries. These are member berries. That's what this is. So, well, my FOMO is done. Yay. I don't need to follow this game anymore. I'll probably jump on once in a while just to play, just to get that feeling of like a good gunplay. But other than that, I'm done. So, see ya.